Okay, so I just want to hop up on here because a lot of people seem to be very confused. So I'm here to help the confusion out. I got Christmas music going, so just don't mind that. Fortunately, I can't stop the Christmas music, so you're just gonna. Well, actually, I could turn it down. Okay, there we go. All right, so to help with this whole confusion about why Trump hasn't done anything since he's been elected president is because he's not in office yet. He's not in office yet. He cannot be into office until January. And in such then, um, Biden has to transfer all of that stuff to Trump. So it's a transfer process. Like, I don't know what they do, but I know it takes a while for everything to be transferred over until Trump is president in January. Okay? Biden is still our president up until January. So just letting you know. And then when Trump gets into president, there is nothing that will happen until about a year. It takes at least a year before stuff starts to happen of the promises that he makes. So it doesn't happen in a snap of a finger. I don't know why a lot of people think that's how that happens. It doesn't. It's not a flip of a switch. It's not a snap of a finger. It takes time. It is a process. Okay? It's like a process of having a baby. Think of it that way. It takes 9 months in order for you to have the child. It takes about 9 months before stuff happens. Like, they have to process it. It has to get, you know, do all the finalizing and everything like that before anything happens. And that's kind of like a baby. You just got to wait for the process and for it to develop fully in order for it to be out in the world, you know? So it does not happen in a snap of a finger, of a flick of a switch. That's not how this works. Because once they struck, because I mean, they still have to, in order for gas prices and food prices to go down, they still have to go in there and struck oil and all this, and it's a process. It's not, oh, we struck oil, okay, the next day everything happened. No, that's not how that works. Um, Also, about this whole abortion thing, presidents, the only thing that they can do is just sign a bill. That's about it. Congress takes care of the abortion stuff, about what states approve of abortion and all that crap. So Congress has to decide on that. Presidents don't do anything with decisions on that. All they can do is just sign a bill. But it has to go through Congress first before they can assign the bill for abortion to be illegal, to be legal and all that. So it's not technically the president can do anything. I mean, they could approve of it, but they have to wait for the Congress to uh, say like, okay, here's the bill, so Congress is the one that approves of this whole abortion thing. So I'm kind of like, I don't understand about this whole women rights, about Trump not supporting women rights. He can't do anything. All he can do is just sign a bill, which he probably will not, thank the Lord. But that's all they can do. There's nothing that they can say that would be like, okay, this starts. The only way that starts is if Congress makes that decision for that process to happen and then signed it and then have the president sign that bill. So that's the only way that's going to happen. Even if Kamala got in, I mean, that's the only way, because she can't do anything unless if she signed a bill that Congress gives to her. So I just wanted to say that. And Trump has done something for women, which is the reproductive. I'm thinking of a baby, obviously, but it's the letting women have babies with IVF, because sometimes it's hard to produce a baby for some women. And so Trump is making it to where all insurance pay for IVF treatments, because IVF treatments are like $15,000-$20,000 that some families cannot afford. And that's the only way for them to have a baby, to reproduce. And so I think that's a wonderful thing that Trump is doing for women. And I don't understand where people are saying, "Oh, Trump is taking away women's rights." What women rights is he taking away? What women rights is he taking away? He's not taking away any women's rights. You just think because him not signing a bill that ever, if Congress passes over, that's women's rights, okay, but that's Congress decision if they want to make that bill or not. So I don't know why you're saying it's his fault when he's not the one that can even make that decision, but to sign over a bill. That's about it. That's all that he can do. Which I'm glad he's not, because I think that's pretty messed up for someone to think it's okay to take a life away at being in the womb for 9 months. I see that as murder. And I don't know if TikTok's going to take this down or not for me saying that, but I sure hell will make another one. um, but like, that child is fully developed, and my thing is, close your legs or use protection. Close your legs or use your protection. There's protection here on earth for a reason. For people who doesn't want kids, use it. Common sense. Common flipping sense. And I honestly think, like I said, that if you do abortion, it should be when there's no heartbeat, because therefore it's not alive yet. So, but that's just my opinion on that, and more so. So I'm not going to get in the hype of things with that, but I'm done for speaking about that. But I just want to let y'all know it takes about a year for the process to begin, and he doesn't get in until January. But then again, once he's in January, still nothing's probably not going to happen until like November or October, something like that, like near. Yeah, so don't have high expectations that everything is just going to flip around in, just flick of a switch. It's not. It's a process. And I don't understand why people don't get that. It's not a flick of a switch. It's a process. So there you go. There's some educational information on how this all works out. So there you go.